Okay. So shall we start now? Or shall we? Oh, okay. How are you today? How are you, everyone?
Not that good without internet connection. Without the stable one.
Would be better. Yes, we are over-reliant on the internet, on technology, for better or for worse. Alexandra, how have you been?
Not that bad, but the internet is.
Mhm. Okay, fine. Look, let's tune into English. Let's try and tune into English. How long does it take you normally to tune into English? Tune into English. Whatever does it mean? What does it mean?
Do you mean switch to?
Yes, like switch. Yeah, switch. Tune into English. Yeah, switch to English.
Maybe like 10 minutes when you're talking to somebody, not just in Ukrainian, but in English. It's gonna be better for you to concentrate on it more, but not like there's some kind of switch thing. So
Yeah, you can't just push the button and switch into the language. So it takes time. Oh, fine. Now, we are still on the topic of politics and politicians today. I have something in mind. I have one word in mind. You may know it or you may not. Anyway, it's a noun. Yeah, a noun. And the meaning of this noun is freedom from having suffering some unpleasant consequences of one's past actions.
Lying, maybe.
I'm afraid we can't hear you very well. You need to kind of speak up a bit. I didn't catch what you said.
I said maybe lying.
Lying. Good try. Better luck next time. This word means freedom from suffering negative consequences of one's past actions.
is it something from our vocabulary notes?
No, it isn't. It's just a noun. It's a dictionary word. You can find it in the Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary. Look, the noun goes impunity. Impunity. Collocation with impunity. If someone does something with impunity, they are free from suffering the negative results of their actions. See? And politicians, they seem to lie with at least apparent impunity. It appears that they suffer no negative results of their actions. So how come politicians can lie with impunity? Now, please summarize the introduction. Anna, will you summarize the introduction? Just boil it down to a few words. Use your own words, paraphrase, and also use the keywords.
You mean retell the introduction of the article?
Yes, summarize the introduction of the article.
Well, the author, through a, I forgot the word, to make us intrigued. Why is that politicians seem to be carefree and live their life with impunity and lie a lot?
Okay. live their lives with impunity. I'm not sure about these combinations here. Like, live with impunity. Did you say live with impunity?
Live their lives with impunity.
Oh, okay, with apparent impunity. Now, Anastasia, do you mind if I ask you to add something?
I don't really know what to add.
Okay, then I have one question. I have one question about the $64,000 question. This vocabulary. What is that $64,000 question? Please, Nadia.
It's a essential question.
Essential. Okay, fine. Essential question. Please, someone, Alexandra, do you mind if I ask you to maybe to complete the answer, complete Anna's answer, kind of complement it with, please add something. Something that
You mean to
essential.
explain this vocabulary note, right?
Yeah, I mean these words. Misinterpret, twist, exaggerate, yes, misspeak. So how are they relevant to what we're discussing now? Someone, please, Anastasia.
I really wanted to ask about this $64,000 question. Like, does it mean that you can pay for some of the important questions for about $64,000 or not, or just like the phrase itself?
Well, what do you mean by pay for a question? $64,000 question.
So in here we have explanation that this is one of the important questions and most difficult ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so does it mean that some of them could be paid for to solve them, basically? So and because of this connotation, probably the price is so high.
Okay. Now, Anna, what do you think? Let's clarify the meaning.
I think that it's just an idiomatic phrase. Like in Ukrainian, we have this phrase "питання на мільйон." So this one is more or less similar. But I Googled it and searched for some videos of this context with this phrase, and I haven't found anything. Maybe I didn't search.
Yeah, but you can find $1 million question, right? $1 million question. But still an idiom.
I just Googled it and I found some information like about its origin. And actually they say that the $64,000 question is just a title of a TV show which was broadcasted somewhere in the 1950s. And the main idea of this TV show was to answer some scientific question, historical question, like of different type, and to actually end the highest prize that a participant can win is actually sum of $64,000. That's why this program was called like this and became an idiomatic.
Yeah, okay, thank you for shedding some light on it for us. Yeah, right, good job. Yeah, so it's just a difficult question. Yes, a question that is essential, that is very important, but at the same time it's extremely difficult to answer. Well, paragraph 1, please summarize paraphrase, but also use the key words. Now, Nadia.
Okay. The first paragraph was about that many politicians are narcissists. So they also mentioned that the politicians are lying because of their feeling of because of their self-importance, and they see themselves as like an admiration, and they also believe that they are right, and even if they are not, they are too clever enough to be caught. So they lie because of this fact.
Yeah,
They
clever
really
enough.
love themselves.
Mhm. Okay, clever enough not to get caught, correct?
Yeah.
I have a question. A sense of entitlement. We need to clarify the meaning of this vocabulary item. Sense of entitlement. Alexandra, please, in your own words.
To explain, right?
Yes.
So I believe the sense of entitlement is when a person thinks that they can do whatever they want, but again, they are like eventually they are not get caught, or they just yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, they just get what they want and do what they want and not get caught.
Sense of entitlement. Now, Anastasia, would you mind if I ask you to add something?
Maybe it's like when you believe that you are right, that everything that you do is right, like that. I cannot say that person can value something, but maybe in case of this phrase, maybe it's like the value of the person, and this person actually believes that it's his their value. А як сказати цінність?
Value?
Value, their value is pretty high, and that they are one of the most important people in the world, probably.
Oh.
So everything they say, everything they choose is right.
Okay. Now paragraph 2. Two. Someone also summarize. Like retell in your own words. Summarize. Now. Now, Anna, will you do it?
It's sad that we live in this echo chamber. I guess not only politicians and their adherents, but also all of us, because we don't have, I hate this word, unsubstantiated evidence to prove something wrong. So we don't have impartial evidence, and that's why we choose to believe what they say, and that's why it doesn't stop them from lying.
Okay, interesting. Someone, please. Now, Nadia, please add something.
I can add that
about this echo chamber. What exactly is this echo chamber?
I got it. It's when all people like they watching TV shows, they are listening the same speeches of politicians, and they also believing in this like facts that they heard. And all these like-minded people, they like exist in impermeable membrane. So it is in echo chamber itself. So when we can't when we can't listen something else, like isolated room, you know.
Yeah, impermeable is the correct pronunciation. Impermeable.
Thank you.
Impermeable. By the way, the meaning of impermeable. Can you explain the meaning of impermeable?
Like isolated, I guess.
Sorry, I didn't catch your adjective. Impermeable.
Like something that's isolated. Impermeable.
Related.
Yeah, isolated. Yeah, like isolation.
Isolated. Isolated. Oh.
Yeah.
Anna, do you agree with the explanation definition?
Not entirely. I thought that the word means having no right to be denied, like impossible to deny.
Impermeable.
No. I thought we're talking about irrefutable. Sorry.
No, impermeable. Impermeable membrane. Anastasia, could you explain?
Literally, I can agree with Nadia's explanation, but I don't really know how to explain it in other words.
Impermeable membrane. Yes, but you know what membrane is?
Something. There is this word to pierce something, like проникати, penetrate.
Yeah,
So
penetrate.
Which cannot be pierced, penetrated into.
Yeah, exactly. Fine. Now the meaning is clear. And red meat from this paragraph, the meaning of red meat. Why meat? Why red? Alexandra, red meat, the meaning.
Well, as I understood it, it's like something basic that a politician can like throw, like emit to their adherents, and just to catch their attention and their like their minds. And I actually like when I translated it into Ukrainian, I would translate it like наживка або гачок. So it's something like to catch these adherents and to be able to control them.
Yeah, kind of manipulate them. Yes, give them what they like. Yeah, give them something to chew on. Yeah, red meat. Okay, but have you heard the phrase "meat for thought"? Meat for thought. Meat for thought.
Як їжа для роздуму?
Yeah, meat for thought. Meat for thought. Yeah, something that you think about, something that you process in your mind. It's a meat for thought. Some information provides some meat for thought. I believe these two are related somehow. Okay, and paragraph 3. Now let us ask Dmitro, can I ask you to paraphrase, to summarize the information? Are you with us? Not really. Okay. Nadia, do you mind if I ask you to?
Okay. People don't want to hear the truth. So the truth, it hearts, everyone themselves, no, not only themselves, choose hearts somebody, and nobody want to hear something that can hurt you, or maybe you have a fear of something that hurts. So people don't want to feel uncomfortable, and they like they decided that it should better for politicians to tell people that make them feel comfortable.
Mhm.
So they like told you a fairy tale, and you believed in that, and in future you will feel better.
Mhm. Okay, thanks. Now, here in this paragraph, we have the noun purveyor of bad news. But
It's like supplier of bad news.
yeah, so generally, yes, it's a business which provides goods or services, like a supplier. But yes, usually, well, I've heard the phrase bearer of bad news. Yes, and here they use purveyor of bad news, which generally means a business which provides goods or services. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Paul. The internet never forgets this one. Now, does someone want to summarize the information? Please, if you feel up to the task, do it.
May I try?
Yeah, sure, you may.
So the fourth was about like the internet never forgets, and it was about like the idea that even if journalists write like good news about politicians or bad, no matter what it is, people will believe it, and people will always read about it. And internet always remembers all these news, all these articles written about politicians, so people will elaborate on the topics, even the hottest ones, even those hottest like for past 10 years. And even if there is contradictory evidence that something isn't true right now, and even if it was like even if the lie, for example, about one politician was debunked, people will anyway think that there is a truth in this lie, and will speak about it. That's why it kind of also provides a promoting for for a politician, and it leads to unsubstantiated rumors. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's it.
And unsubstantiated rumors. Explain, please, the meaning of the adjective unsubstantiated. The phrase.
I believe that unsubstantiated means that something like it isn't grounded on something, it just exists. The idea, for example, about a particular politician's activity, and it just exists, and people like speak about it, but it isn't grounded on, and there is no evidence for this idea, but it anyway exists.
Yeah, so no evidence to support the claims that are made
Yeah.
of political opponents. Okay, thanks. Now Mhm. Now, two cognitive biases. First of all, a biased. What's the meaning of the adjective biased, or the meaning of the noun, a bias? What is a bias? Anastasia.
This is the thing when you believe in something, and even if it's not true, no one can really change your mind. So this is the basic that you
Mhm.
believe in, and nothing will ever happen to it. You maybe can look for some supportive things. For example, if you believe that someone is good, you will look for any information about this person just to be sure that you're right, even if it's not,
Mhm.
even if everyone in the world believe that this is not the truth.
Mhm. So if you are biased, you allow your personal opinions, to influence your judgment.
Yeah.
And cognitive biases, this part of the text. Does someone want to summarize the information, paraphrase? Anna?
As far as I understood this text, this block, these cognitive biases mean that our brain works the way that it wants to simplify facts and make our life easier so that we wouldn't deliberate on some facts for a long time.
Mhm.
And it's better for us because our brains wants us to
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
seek out for the
Not be anxious about something, yeah?
and not seek out for the truth, but to believe in what it's easier for us to believe in.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. Fine. Now, cognitive bias. Overconfidence effect. I can spot this phrase, overconfidence effect. Overconfidence effect. Will someone explain? Alexandra, overconfidence effect.
So I believe it's overconfidence effect. It's when someone believes that their knowledge is like sufficient, and that they know that their knowledge is true totally, and the facts that they know can't be just debunked or doubted. Like it's when a person is really stubborn and thinks they can just prove their ideas based on their own knowledge, but they don't even think that they can be wrong in some questions. So they just need to Google it, just check it. But this effect is, I believe, it is how to say it. Everyone has it and experience it because our brains constructed this way, made this way to believe that our knowledge are like true. Yeah, but I believe that some people have it more and some people have less of it.
Okay. Thanks. Also, I can see the adjective in the text. I can see the adjective coherent. Coherent, can you explain the meaning? Now, Alexandra, can you explain the meaning of coherent?
coherent. I've heard it in the meaning of like when you write an article, for example, or give a speech, deliver a speech. Your idea should be like one by one and exactly in like one structure, like in a correct structure, like they are no shouldn't be messed up, and like they should be like understandable and how to explain that? Yeah, there should be a structure and like it gives an understanding of
Yes,
it.
so you're talking about arguments, ideas, yes, if they're coherent, they're clear. Fine. And if can we use the adjective to talk about a person coherent? Someone is coherent or not coherent. What does it mean? Like someone is the opposite adjective is incoherent. Yes, someone is incoherent. It means that what?
The person cannot express themselves clearly.
Yes, but actually it means that they can't be understood. Yeah, something's wrong. Yeah, so they can't be understood easily. Yeah, if someone is incoherent, it's simply you don't understand what you're saying. Coherent, incoherent. Okay. And 266. Now, Nadia, do you mind if I ask you to summarize 6?
Okay. So they also wrote about that repeated information can lead people to believe it. If so, it can be eventually debunked and fade away. So the the persistence of lies create an consumption of truth, if I can say like in this way. So if lies continue to be heard, people consider it that it must be true, because nobody can say that it is lie.
Yes, and there was something about politicians knowing that they're lying, because if they're not, actually, if they don't know that they're lying, they themselves.
You mean that the most politicians lie when they created their cost-benefit ratio and they understanding its favor, so they lie. But when they lie, they believe that this this way is the best for the best thing for getting elected.
Okay. No, I meant the idea that I had in mind is that if they don't understand that they are lying, yes, if they don't realize that they are lying, that they are sociopaths, according to what is written in the article. Indefensible claims. Indefensible claims. We need to explain the meaning of indefensible. Explain in your own words, please. Someone, Anna, explain in your own words. Indefensible claims. Here in this context.
I think that this word is derived from defense and defend. So the claim that cannot be defended.
Yes, indefensible, but cannot be defended. cannot be proved. Yeah, so indefensible claims, they cannot be proved. Now, some other vocabulary. Unwarranted. Please, Alexandra, unwarranted, explain in your own words.
Okay. Unwarranted. I just can find it in this context. But like in general, unwarranted is something, for example, can we say unwarranted idea? The idea that, for example, don't have proofs and evidence to be so, one that we cannot rely on.
Unwarranted idea. I'm not sure you can say unwarranted idea. It's more about action, like unwarranted interference. Yeah, it's more about action than idea.
Interfere. Okay.
Unwarranted interference, you can say, and unwarranted intrusion. Yeah. So unwarranted means not reasonable or necessary, not appropriate. By the way, let's just get back a little to. I've noticed that you used more than once the verb debunk, and some collocations with debunk. So what do we debunk? We can debunk a claim. Yeah. Claim. Of course, we debunk a myth. We know this collocation. Yeah. Debunk a claim, debunk a myth. So these are debunk a notion. So these are three nouns that it collocates with. So to show that an idea is false. We debunk, but we debunk.
Вибачте, можна питання? А чи це стосується, колись було шоу розвіювачі міфів чи щось таке? Це стосується того значення?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah, debunk. Okay. And here in this context, constellation, what's the meaning of constellation in the text? So constellations, constellation of attributes, I believe, is the phrase in the text.
Generally speaking, constellation is a group of stars, as far as we're concerned. Here, in this context, it means just a group, a bunch of stars, similar to each other.
Okay. Now, next to this phrase, the meaning of the phrase is, well, this one is used to talk about chances. So if you want to say that the chances are almost nil, we can use the phrase chances are
Slim to none.
Okay. Now, probability, a synonym of probability from the text.
Likelihood.
Okay, correct. A difficult or demanding task.
A stretch.
Stretch.
A stretch. Do you know any phrases, any expressions with stretch? Any other? Any phrases with stretch? So it's a stretch, difficult or demanding task. Yeah, in this text, what does the verb shift mean? Shift.
It's like to sell something.
Okay, fine. And a person who is a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of conscience.
Sociopath.
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 Yeah.
A sociopath. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, we discussed politics and politicians at our previous lesson. Or maybe you would like to add something. Maybe since our previous lesson, some bright ideas have entered your mind, and you would like to share them with us now. Or maybe while reading these texts, you got some, some insights into something. Now is the time to share in that case.
I just don't really agree with the last, the sixth one. If a lie is told enough times, people will assume it's true. Because in case of the current situation in Ukraine, when on the TV we are always told that everything is gonna be fine, that war will end in 2 years or something, people do not believe it. Like as for now, because when we didn't know anything about the situation, we believed that everything's gonna be all right, etc. But when people are into news, into politics, like politics and all the situation in the world, they understand that nothing not everything that is told on TV or is told by some figures. For example, we had in the past president's advisor Arestovich, okay, who told us that war will end in 2 months or something, and people used to believe it. But now when they look for some information, like just not only listening to someone, but with including their own thoughts and maybe some how to say that.
We're talking about critical thinking or something?
Yeah, critical thinking. Yeah, critical thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So with adding this thing, probably people won't believe in everything they are told about. So yeah.
Okay, good point. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you the same question, but just yes, no, and you need to explain. So I asked you this question the last time round. Yes, would you go into politics? Yes, if yes, now, would you mind to explain? And if not, what are some reasons? So, would you go into politics? Yes, no, why not? Now, Alexandra, just your ideas. Do you think
well,
you were cut out for politics, not cut out for politics, go into politics? If not, if no, why not?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because I'm kind of doubtful about the answer. Like on one hand, sometimes I'm really just a second, I recall it. I forgot the word. Okay. So sometimes I really want the world to understand that this, like our current situation, is serious and it has its causes and effects. And I believe that sometimes politicians, like foreign politicians and ours, do things that like they will not help, but they will not show, these actions will not show that we are actually an independent state and we can be the good nation, like we are a good nation and we can be not only how to say, really useful for others, but well, I just want to, I don't know, maybe to give some advice to politicians. But on the other hand, I believe that I lack some qualities to be a politician.
What is one quality that you believe that you lack?
I don't know. It's kind of, yeah. I lack some qualities. I can say like just directly whether I want to be a politician or not.
Yeah, thank you for
Like
sharing your views.
for now.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your views, your ideas. Now, from politics to technology, let's go to page 160, I believe. Yeah, 160. And again, some myths that tech companies want you to believe. Some myths that you actually believed up until some point in the past when you realized that it was just a myth. Now is the time to share your personal experiences. A myth that you believed to be true, but then you realized that it was just a myth. Well, generated by tech companies to make you believe something which is not true. Personal experience. Now is the time to share, Anastasia.
Actually, as a person who works with technologies, devices, etc., some of the myths are outdated and not really myth as they described in here. Because, for example, maybe we can, I don't know, we can take, for example, expensive cables are better than cheap cables. And maybe in the past, there was no difference between them because the only thing that differed them is just the price. But as for now, we have, different screen resolutions, we have different connection time, etc. And some of the cables, some of the cheap ones won't be, я забула слово, воно у нас було на минулому занятті про, як не підходить до пристроїв.
Does anyone know the adjective?
Воно у нас було.
Alexander, do you remember the adjective? The adjective is...
Do you mean incompatible?
Incompatible, but we had another one. But let it be incompatible, okay? So some of the cables, some of the cheap one are not compatible to new devices. As for example, HDMI cables, the old ones are not compatible with the new devices, with the new monitors, with the new TVs, etc. And as for storage, as for smartphone and tablet storage is expensive. As for now, the price is not that different between, for example, 128 GBs and 500, for example. But in case if people use their smartphones or tablets as much as they do now, for, I don't know, for their photos, for some apps, so yeah, they need storage. And sometimes it can be overpriced because of the brands. For example, Apple's and Samsung's phones, some of them have a pretty high price, but we're not paying for storage, we're basically paying for brand. So it's not the storage's like a fault that the price is so high. And some other, the only thing I can agree with is probably that software couldn't make your device work faster or be better than it is now. So this is the only point I can agree with. All the other ones, not really.
Okay, yes, but let's just anyway, I believe that at least some of the information, yes, in the text is true. Yes, let's assume that it's true, or at least it was true at the time when it was the article was published. So let's just for the sake of practice, just for the sake of discussion, right? Now, does anyone want to share any other experiences when you realize something was just a mess and you overpaid? And by the way, okay, anyone want to share their personal experiences?
Yeah, I'd like to. About the antivirus package. Luckily, I didn't pay for it, but I was about to because it was the advertisement of it, the message of it just flashed on my screen
Popped
all day
up on
long.
screen,
Yeah, thank you. Popped on, and it said that I had to pay for it. But then my friend told me that Windows already has some special good antivirus installed.
Yeah.
So we don't need to pay for anything else.
Yeah, Windows Defender, yes, Windows Security, Windows Defender provides an excellent protection from viruses, malware, etc. So there is no need actually to buy any antivirus software packages. Okay, but now Anastasia mentioned brands. Yes, Anastasia said that we pay for brand. If a product is overpriced, then we pay for the brand name. Yeah, not we don't overpay for the memory, for the storage. It's just the brand. Speaking of brands, some there are some truly iconic brands, but do you have a favorite brand in the world of electronics? And just let's discuss, explain your choice. Favorite brand in consumer electronics. Do you prefer unbranded products or services? No. So we are waiting for volunteers to volunteer. Oh, okay. Don't want to share, so be it. I can see a very interesting, now I can see a very interesting verb in the first paragraph, bamboozle. Bamboozle. Do you mind if I ask you to explain the meaning of bamboozle? Whatever does it mean? Nadia, are you with us?
Yeah, to bamboozle somebody, it means like to confuse somebody or to deceive somebody.
To confuse or to deceive? Why? What's the point? To just confuse or deceive?
Just for their benefit, I guess.
Yeah, for their benefit. To gain, yes, to gain some, actually to take advantage of someone, yeah. Okay. Now, would you like to add something? Add something on the on the subject of smartphone and tablet storage is expensive. Talk about it. Can talk about your device, your smartphone, the storage. Do you believe that you were overcharged for the storage? Are you satisfied with the amount of memory that you have on your device, or would you like to buy a new one so that you can have more memory, more storage space?
Maybe the only thing that pisses me off really that if you end up with storage on your phone, you have to buy the new one. Yeah, you probably can pay for some cloud services, but mostly people prefer to have their own, so you're not have to pay like a precious price per month. So you just choose to buy the new one, the new device, basically. But it's really a bad thing about buying the new device because the price is kind of so basically brands and all these companies make you buy the new devices because you're running of memory, running of storage space, and it makes my brains bamboozle with these things.
Yeah. Okay. Now look, you said precious price. Yes, pay precious price. High price. Yeah. You pay a high price for something. And a price can be astronomical. You can also use an astronomical price, pay an astronomical price for something. Just so precious does not collocate with.
Я хотіла більше сказати не те, що висока ціна, а те, що конкретну ціну. Я просто забула, як це сказати.
Specific price? Pay a
Specific, yeah,
price?
specific price.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you cannot upgrade your smartphone. Or can you? Can you upgrade your smartphone? Yeah. I believe you can't. Yeah, so you need to buy a new one. But upgrading desktop PCs, upgrading laptop computers, would you like to talk about it? Something about upgrading, about a time when the need arose to upgrade your desktop PC or your laptop. What was done, and did it make a difference? Alexandra.
Can you hear me well? Because
Yes, now we can hear you fine.
I get.
You can't hear us. Can you? No, you can't. Anna, would you like to share your experiences?
Okay. Yeah, like partly.
Oh, so someone? Please speak. Alexandra can't hear us. Now, Anna, do you have an experience to share?
I know that a couple of days ago, this brand of phones, Xiaomi, I guess it was Xiaomi, they had a new upgrade upcoming, and after it, all phones just couldn't reload at all. Like the upgrade was to bring some new features and to refresh the phone and its functions, but it made only worse.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Fine. Upgrading. Bottom line.
me?
Yes, go. Okay.
I want to add something about these programs. I reckon that nothing can upgrade or change your computer. Like it's nothing like programs, so softwares and other systems that say to you that so your computer will change. It don't work like this. I get that. Maybe some details in your computer can
Components.
yeah
Components.
components yeah like жорсткий диск, я не знаю, як це hard disk.
Yeah,
Можна так сказати?
hard drive.
Ага, hard drive, так. You can change like something like that, but not install a program and your computer will be perfect.
Okay, yeah, good point. You can only upgrade by replacing, yeah, outdated components with new ones. Fair point. Shell out. I can see this one. Shell out. What's the meaning of shell out? Shelling out.
It's like waste a lot of money for some purchases.
Shell out. Yeah, but why waste? Why like?
Oh, okay. Just spend a lot of money.
Well, yes, and this fine adjustment that you make to a mechanism or system to improve it. So these, what do we call them? These small adjustments, fine adjustments that you make to make a system work better.
They're called tweaks.
Yeah. Yes, great. Good. And what is a driver? Why do we need drivers? Why do we install drivers? What is a driver? Do we need drivers? Of course. Yeah, we do. What do they do actually? What's their function? Please explain. Drivers. When was the last time that you installed some drivers on your PC, on your laptop?
I know that sometimes when you have some problems with camera and while joining to Zoom and your camera just doesn't work, you have to reinstall some drivers. But I don't know what are they. I know that there are some programs which help control your computer device. But I guess this question about drivers is more to IT specialists.
Yeah. Yes, drivers. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, we sometimes reinstall our drivers to make our computer perform better. Fine. Now, technology. We're still on technology, but we need to move on and talk about the video. 50 years from now, some predictions about what life will be like 50 years from now. Did you watch the video? I assume that you did.
Yeah.
So you can discuss it. Fine. So one. Yeah. Of course, these are all just exercises of imagination, right? So the predictions may not actually come true. Anyway, one, nano. What's up with nano? What's going to happen? Anastasia, did you watch it?
I'm sorry, nano what?
Yeah, nanotechnologies. Nanotechnologies.
Nano, are you talking about 3D printing? Or
No, I'm talking about nanotechnologies. Nanobots. Yeah. Can someone please add something? Can we?
I can add.
Okay, go.
So nanobots will in the future be fitted into like our brains to connect us to the virtual world and like make people more faster and more productive. and computers will like make humans very powerful beings, and so we can like how can I say it? We will be with endless information in our brains.
Yes, access to, yeah, we can have access, or we will have access to
endless information. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to add something, maybe? Anna, would you like to add something?
No, I don't think so.
I can add. I remembered. What is it? So basically, this is the process of saving our lives. So when we like downloading all the information from our brains, yeah, it sounds weird, but maybe in the future.
Yeah.
So you can basically, I don't know, awake in 30 years, and maybe some technologies just replace not like replace, but place your mind into another body, for example. Or you won't really need bodies in the future, so there will be just minds of the humans. So basically it is the process of saving lives.
So it can be achieved with nanotechnologies.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about 3D printing technologies? 3D print technology. What did you catch? What sticks in your mind? With someone, Alexandra, can you?
So as it was said in the video, 3D printing is already advanced, but in the future it's gonna be like really, really developed in a way that we will even be able to print, I don't know, furniture they mentioned, and even food. It's kind of strange to me because like I doubt of the nutritious like values of that food. But anyway, the thing that it will be possible is really impressive, that people will like will create it.
Yeah, but it's yes, even if a bit far-fetched. Yes, far-fetched. Yeah, a bit far-fetched, requiring a lot of imagination. Okay, medical. 3 medical. Now, Nadia, do you have anything to say?
Yeah. So as I said before, that our brains will be connected to the nanobots through this BCI technology, and the information like will be saved in our brains and can be transferred into a storage, a disk, and because of this like saving our brains, we won't die. And also it was mentioned that some diseases like cancer, it will be cured. This technology will be expensive, but no, and not everyone can afford it, but it will.
Yeah, they will. Oh, transportation. Anna.
As we have now these automatic cars that don't need a driver, in the future they are likely to be commonly used, and also some engineers are working on electronic cars, because in order to stop this harmful gas emission. Yeah, and also there was something about orbits, about traveling to the space. and that it will be more affordable, but still it will be.
Space exploration. Now you're talking about space exploration, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about, also Tesla, Elon Musk
Mhm.
is working on that super fast
What's
tube.
the name? Yeah, what's the name of the project? Do you remember?
Mm,
Alexandra, do you
Maybe
remember?
SpaceX.
Hyperloop
Yes.
project.
Mhm. Yeah, this one. Mhm. Yeah, so
So it will be a cheaper variant and a cleaner mode of transportation.
mhm. Yeah, and do you remember what principle it is based on? You know, this technology, what physical, principle, physical law it's based on? It's mentioned in the video.
Is it electromagnetic levitation?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Now, fuel. Let's talk about fuel. What will happen to fuel? What kind of fuel? Anastasia, would you like to talk about fuel? Don't have anything to say? Now, Alexandra, fuel.
Do you mean that like nowadays our Earth suffers from these ozones like how to say ozone holes, and actually it's because of it's because our gosh air contains some CO2 elements, and it is resulted from burning different fuels just to maintain our, I don't know, manufacturing, or just to heat our homes. And in the future, it will be fully based on sustainable, sustainable sources of energy. For example, wind, solar energy, and something else. I don't remember exactly, but I believe that it's really useful. Despite the fact I didn't really like all the ideas, like they really seem far-fetched, and they are not really necessary. But as for this one, I'm really concerned about this how to say this problem, like okay, I'm really concerned about this situation with the ozone layer, because it is our life. It is like our life depends on it, and if it will be real and it will become true, I would be really happy. That will help our Earth so much.
Okay, yes. And what will happen to fossil fuels according to the video? Like gradually, fossil fuels will be, there's a phrasal verb that is used in the video. Phrasal verb, meaning that gradually we use less and less and less, and finally we don't use any at all. What's the phrasal verb? Fossil fuels will be, do you remember the phrasal verb? Phase out. They'll be phased out. Okay, yeah, very nice phrasal verb, very useful in the right context. So space exploration, we already discussed space exploration. Artificial intelligence. What will happen to artificial intelligence? There's someone. Anastasia?
So basically, we have artificial intelligence technologies as for now. But maybe in the future they will be added everywhere. So in education, in some maybe artificial intelligence will take our jobs or something. So maybe everything will be made with artificial technologies.
Artificial intelligence technology.
Yeah, artificial AI. Okay, let it be AI technologies.
Yeah.
As for now, these technologies are actively used in many ways. As for example, we have autos. Yeah, some of the new versions include AI technologies, basically for driving without the driver, for example, or for looking for gas stations on the map or something like that. And some of the technologies well, likely it seems that AI will change our lives very soon.
Yeah.
But who knows, so will it be a good way or a bad one?
Well, yeah, there is no telling. Yeah, time will show. Everyone, thank you for participating actively in the lesson. Now, that will be all for today. You get your homework in Telegram as per usual. And now you have a good day for now. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you a lot. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Can you switch off the recording?